And so, Governor Hassan, I want to shift the question a little bit for you. You have a history with business taxes here as governor. You vetoed a budget because it included tax reductions you said would blow a hole in future budgets. Right now, that isn't happening. And as you campaign for Senate, you're touting business tax cuts. Can you explain that?
Well, it's absolutely critical that we work together to make sure that we are addressing the needs of business, including cutting taxes for small businesses. As you know, in my first term, I doubled and made permanent with the legislature our R&D tax credit. My economic plan calls for small business tax cuts and expanding the federal R&D tax credit as well. I will always stand up for fiscal responsibility. And in addition to talking to me about the rate of taxes, I'm very glad we passed 2 fiscally responsible balanced budgets holding the line against an income or sales tax under my administration. Businesses also talked to me about other priorities like workforce training that they wanted to invest in. I'm very proud that I stood for fiscal responsibility and that we came together and made a compromise budget that included safeguards so that we could have the business tax cuts but also protect future budgets in the event that revenues fell or in the event that future legislatures decided that it wasn't a wise thing to do. And I'm glad we're now dealing with a surplus thanks to an improving economy and good management on behalf of the executive branch.
And a real quick follow-up to Josh's question to you first, Governor Hassan. So what do you think the corporate tax rate should be at the U.S. level?
Well, I think at the federal level, it is too high for some and too low for others, but this is a real difference between Senator Ayotte and myself. I wouldn't continue, as she has done, to vote to protect tax breakers. She talked about businesses going overseas. Well, she has voted against eliminating the moving deduction for outsourcers. She has voted to protect tax breaks for big oil. She's voted to protect tax breaks for Wall Street CEOs. I think we should have a $1,000 tax break for middle-class families. That's also in my economic plan. We could pay for that and tax cuts for small businesses by closing the loopholes that Senator Ayotte continues to support.
No one particular
I think we have to work
rate.
on comprehensive tax reform. I think it should be a much more predictable and uniform rate. And I think right now what you see is some businesses paying almost nothing or nothing and other businesses paying too much.
Okay.
And it's partly because all of these loopholes are protected by the special interests that Senator Ayotte has been voting with.
All right. And Senator Ayotte, I'm going to give you